Hey everyone, Ben back from Living Survival, and today we're going to take a look at a brand new flashlight from Fenix. We haven't reviewed for them in a while, and this is quite a unique flashlight, so I'm excited to show it to you. And also stick around to the end where you guys can find out how to win a bunch of fire starters from Pro Camp Tech. So it's getting pretty windy outside, so I went ahead and moved into the garage onto the workbench. Perfect spot to show this light because this is where this light lives, on my toolbox. It's a very handy light to have if you're working in and out of vehicles, you're working in and out of tight spaces. It's really nice to have this articulating head, which really sets this apart from a lot of the other flashlights out there. This is the Fenix WT25R flashlight. It is an adjustable head flashlight. It's got over 100 degrees of flex to it. What's cool about that is you can use it as a right angle light. It's even got a clip on the back. You could strap it to a pack and have that front facing light hands-free, which is nice if you're hiking down a trail, for example. You know, it's nice to have a right angle light so that you could, you know, sort of use it as a headlamp, but it's not hooked to your head. It's hooked to a, you know, a strap on the front of your pack. Also, when you're working in and out of vehicles, for example, it's nice to be able to get that light right up in there. You know, you're working with that amount of space as opposed to a whole flashlight. Sometimes you can't get it down in there. So it is nice to sometimes have that capability of flipping that light down. And not only that, but it does have a magnetic surface too. So you can, you know, magnet to the side of your toolbox, for example, and have all that light on your toolbox. I magnet it to a cabinet that's next to my toolbox, so it just sticks to that. And then I can not only have light facing down, but I can rotate it out or I can rotate it up and fill the whole room with light. If you wanted to just set it on a table, for example, you could do that, and then you have, you know, directional light wherever you want it. Power outage, for example, you can put it on its lowest mode, and then you'd have, you know, directional light instead of a typical light where you just would have to set it, you know, on a table straight up and it's shooting at the ceiling. So pretty nice adjustability there. Nice design. It is really rugged. It's 1 meter drop resistant. It is only IPX or IP66 water resistant. I'm assuming because you have the you know, the connecting parts here, but that still makes it water resistant, definitely rain resistant. It is an 18650 battery. It does have the magnetic charging, so it does come with the charging cable here. It does have little LEDs on the side of the cable, so it just plugs in to the side of the flashlight there when it comes time to charge it. And you can plug in your USB battery bank, and you can see there that you are charging. There is a little clip that snaps off the battery cover here, so you could put a lanyard on that and you could hang it by something if you wanted to do that. But basically you just, I believe you just flip this up here and then you get to your battery compartment. So it does come with the 3400 milliamp 18650, which is nice. Nice connectors on the inside, you know, all the quality that Fenix usually brings to the table. There is another spring down in there. I'm not sure you're going to be able to see it with the light here, but there is another spring down in the bottom, so it is going to make it you know, nice and impact resistant. And you just clip the clip back down there. It does go up to 1,000 lumens, so pretty typical 18650 1,000 lumen output. Does have an orange peel reflector there, no crenulation on the bezels. It does have this square design, so it's not going to roll on you, which is nice. If you're setting it down on a hood of a car, for example, you know, it's not going to roll off. I've had that happen on several other flashlights. Does also have a battery status indicator here. You got 4 LEDs. 4 obviously means that it's, you know, pretty close to 100% there, within 180% charged. So the outside is pretty straightforward, you know, a square in design, which is cool. You got your battery compartment, little flip up wire there for a lanyard, and then you have your a nice sturdy pocket clip. Again, you can clip that onto a pack and use it that way. Operation is super simple and straightforward on this light as well. So you tap the button and that's going to give you your battery readout there. You can hold the button down and that'll turn the light on, and then a single tap goes through the different brightnesses. So you can see you have 4 different brightnesses, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 4 being your highest mode. No special, you know, clicks or anything to get to that highest mode. So you have a low at 50 lumens, that's going to run for 29 hours. Then you jump up to 150 lumens, that'll run for 11 hours. Jump up to 400 lumens, that's going to run for almost 5 hours. And then you jump up to your highest 1000 there, and that's going to run for 3 hours and 40 minutes. It does have memory, so if I go ahead and hold it down to shut it off, hold it down to turn it back on, it's going to come back to that last setting that you had it at. Also has a lockout, which is nice, so you can double click it and it's going to give you a couple flashes there, and now the light is locked out. So every time you go to hold that button down, it's just going to blink twice and tell you that it's locked out. You double click it again to turn that lock off, and you are back in business here, going through your different outputs. From off, the short press, of course, does the on and the off. A long press is going to get you into your special modes, so you have turbo there, and you also have a SOS. And then again, just like the regular modes, a single click switches between them. Hold it down to turn it off. So really straightforward lumen output, really easy to get to those lumen outputs with the memory. There is no direct access to low, there is no direct access to high, which is something I love in an EDC flashlight. For something like this workshop type flashlight, doesn't really matter to me whatsoever. The only other con that I could see on this flashlight is the lowest is 50 lumens. Sometimes you want to have a little bit lower than that, like a 1 lumen mode. Again, for a light that is in the shop or in the garage, I definitely don't need that moonlight mode, but definitely on an EDC type light, I want that moonlight. So that's pretty much what you're going to have to decide here, is if that right angle capability is worth it to you. This is an $80 light. So it is more expensive than some of the other, 18650, 1000 lumen flashlights that are out there, especially for EDC. But again, I really wouldn't consider this, an EDC flashlight. Be great for the car, great for the, toolbox, great for the workplace. Again, if you're, maybe installing cabling or something, you're in attics, you're in basements, that right angle can come in handy for that. If you have to work around machinery, that right angle can come in handy for that, especially with the magnetic tail cap. And another thing to mention about the magnetic tail cap is that it does actually hold the light up. A few O-lights have the magnetic charging, and they're just too heavy to be held up on their own on a magnetic surface. But this one does hold up really nicely on a magnetic surface, so you can point that light pretty much wherever you need it. Then we can also do some walking footage here. Again, this is the 50 lumens. Plenty bright enough to walk with. You see the trees on both sides of the path here. Jump up one to that 150. Reaching just a little further out now. Jumping up to the 400. And even at 400, there's plenty of light. You can see the trees coming up in the background here. And then we go on up to 1000 lumens, where you can see pretty much everything around you. All the way down another path. Another path that way. And all the way out into the field there. All in all, the Fenix WT25R is a very unique light. Again, I like the the anti-roll there. I like the adjustable head. It's nice and bright at 1000 lumens. Definitely, again, for your car, for your workplace, for any environment where you need to get into small spaces, it's going to work great. For that, you could also use it for like an emergency backup light, or a light in your house as well. With that magnetic surface, it could easily go on your refrigerator. And again, the only con I have is that it doesn't have that low moonlight mode. I could give or take the SOS and turbo on this light. I would have preferred a a moonlight mode, but with its rechargeable, magnetic rechargeable capability, and it's really easy, simple to use operation, I think it's a great light, and I think there's a lot of people out there that this light, would be a perfect light for them to have. So a few years back, we had a forum for the Living Survival community, and it just got too expensive, and I didn't have enough time to put into it. I had the twins at that time, but now that they're getting a little bit bigger and I have a little bit more extra income to throw back into that. I restarted the forums. So in exchange for you guys going over there, signing up, making a post, contributing to the discussion, I am doing giveaways. We gave away a flashlight last week. This week I'm giving away a bundle of fire starters from Pro Camp Deck. So all you got to do is follow the link below in the description. Head over there, sign in. You can sign in with your YouTube login, your Google login, your Facebook login, or of course you can sign in with your email. Introduce yourself or fill out one of the existing categories. Just join the discussion and you will be entered to win. I'm giving that package away next Sunday. I believe it's May 30th. So stay on the lookout for that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today and give it a big thumbs up for me. Make sure you leave me that comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of this adjustable head flashlight from Fenix. So there will also be a link below to Fenix flashlights where you guys can pick one of these up for yourselves. Feel free to share this video to any friends or family on your social media, and please click that red subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified of new videos.